Please be seated. Good evening and welcome, parents, family members, friends, and members of the Sebeka community to the 105th annual commencement ceremony of Sebeka High School, an extraordinary celebration honoring the remarkable class of 2025. My name is Dave Kirkfleet, otherwise known as Mr. K, and I am honored to serve as the superintendent of Sebeka Public School District number 820. Tonight we come together not just to mark the end of a chapter, but to celebrate the journey, the growth, and the bright futures that lie ahead for the exceptional students seated before us. Thank you for being here this evening. Your presence is more than appreciated. It's a powerful statement of unwavering support surrounding these graduates. These young men and women have devoted 13 years to learning, growing, and shaping themselves into future leaders, innovators, and citizens we are so proud to honor tonight. When the school year began, I encouraged our students to set goals that inspired them, to chase their passions boldly, and to always lead with kindness and integrity. I challenged them to lean into every opportunity our school has to offer, to get involved, to be difference makers, and to lift one another up. The class of 2025 accepted that challenge with enthusiasm, and they exceeded expectations. They brought spirit to our halls, excellence to our classrooms, and compassion to our community. Their presence has truly made Sebeka stronger. Our teachers, coaches, and advisors have walked alongside them every step of the way, challenging them to think critically, encouraging creativity, and preparing them for life beyond our walls. Tonight, as they receive diplomas certified by the state of Minnesota and awarded by Sebeka Public School, we celebrate not only their academic accomplishments, but their personal growth, perseverance, and potential. To our graduates, this is your moment. You've earned it as you step into the next stage of your journey, whether it leads to college, a career, the military, or something entirely new. Go with courage, go with purpose, and go knowing that you carry with you not just an education, but a foundation built on values, relationships, and resilience. To the parents, families, and supporters of our graduates, thank you. Thank you for sharing your children with us. Thank you for your partnership, your trust, and your tireless encouragement throughout the years. Your role in their success cannot be overstated. And to the class of 2025, never forget that you belong to something greater, believe in your ability to achieve the extraordinary, and become the leaders, dreamers, and difference makers we know you are destined to be. As superintendent of Sebeka Schools, it is my profound honor to say, congratulations, class of 2025. We are so proud of you, and we cannot wait to see the incredible future you will create.
Okay, before we recognize our honor students, I would like you to direct your attention to the program. We have several different symbols behind the names of the seniors. This morning, we recognize our seniors who have earned a Trojan pathway. Over the past few years, we have been looking at different ways we can start incorporating college and career readiness for our students. We started with our Career Exploration Day, which has now turned into a career week for our seniors. Through this process, we have developed our Trojan pathways. These pathways help to guide students into taking classes that will help prepare them for what they want to do after high school. We have adjusted our class offerings to fit into our pathways. We have 3 pathways: business and fine arts, agricultural and trade, and health and human services. This year, the class of 2025 were our guinea pigs, so we kind of let them have an easy way to get their pathway, but they earned it by getting C's in 5 elective classes within their pathways. So that's that extra little notation in there. All right, so on to our honor students. To earn recognition as an honor student for your senior year, they have to maintain at least a 3.7 throughout their high school career. This year we have 9 honor graduates. When I say your name, please come and get your medal. Logan Damer. Aiden Krell. Kelsey Kuschel. Jalen Loquist. Miranda Loquist. Paul Mosteller. Ellie Ness. Annika Pulyu. And Samantha Stevens. And those are our honor graduates. Our first speaker for the evening is Miranda Loquist. Miranda has been involved with volleyball and track, NHS, Student Council, band, and choir, just to name a few things. Her plans for next year are to attend Crown College and major in psychology.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming to join us and watching the class of 2025 turn their tassels and officially graduate from Sebeka High School. Over the years, it has been quite the journey that we have all had here. As we grow up, we learn that high school is the time of your life where you not only sit in a classroom for 8 hours, but you learn who you are, who your friends are, and what truly matters to you. It's a time filled with laughter, challenges, and plotting many pranks against your teachers. We've learned lessons beyond our textbooks that have shaped us in unexpected ways. Whether it was building physical strength from swearing in police class, or getting called out in front of everyone by Hano for turning in work late. These small moments taught us more than we realized. Now as we stand on the edge of what's next, we carry those lessons with us. As we're all sitting here in our caps and gowns, we know what comes after this. How we move off into life and live our boring adult lives. But no matter where we go, I don't think any of us will forget the roots that got us here. The small town that raised us, the relationships we built at the school, and the experiences we lived. We'll take these with us to grow into who we are meant to become. And through it all, every test, every fight, all the laughs, whatever it was, this class has done it together. We've had highs and lows. I think we won the tardy competition like 1 week this year, so that's a plus. But over the past 12 years, we've moved from being just classmates to becoming a family. A messy, hilarious, unforgettable family, and one that I've grown to deeply admire. Whether it was hearing dad lectures of the day from that high school history teacher, I don't know his name. I'm kidding, I love you, Doyle. Or arguing all class period with Mr. Haig instead of doing real science. I think it's these small moments that we eventually will come to miss. And it's just us being us. But one day we'll look back and realize that these were the golden days. The days filled with laughter and talks and eventual annoyance, but the days we'll never be able to live again. And while it's tempting to want to stay in these moments a little longer, the truth is life keeps moving. The future isn't waiting for us, it's being shaped by us right now. Every decision we make, every risk we take and dream we chase starts with us right now. And just like the memories we made here, we now have the chance to make new ones. So now at the end of our high school career, we have an opportunity. Now is our time to take on the world and to find and pursue our passions and to quote unquote leave a legacy. Whether that legacy is felt in a big way or through the quiet impact we have on those around us, it matters. So congratulations to the class of 2025 for making it this far. I can't wait to see what comes next.
Okay, so our next speakers, Jalen Loquist and Annika Poyu, came to me and kind of pitched this idea with the help of Annika's mom, and said, wouldn't it be nice if we had maybe one last speech, make this night go a little bit faster? And I said, yeah, that'd be really awesome. So they decided that they wanted to do their speech together. So a little bit about the two of them. Jalen has been involved with volleyball, basketball, softball, BPA, NHS, Student Council, Knowledge Bowl, One Act Play, Band and Choir. There might be more, but I figured that was enough. Her plans for next year are to attend Augsburg College and major in pre-med. Annika has been involved in volleyball, basketball, golf, BPA, Student Council, Knowledge Bowl, One Act Play, Band, and Choir. Her plans for next year are to attend Valley City and major in business. And you may already figure out why they're doing their speech together.
Good evening, everyone. We're so honored to be standing up here today as your graduation speakers.
Although, let's be honest, we basically share one brain, so it's really just one speech, two mouths.
Now, if you've gone to this school for more than, say, 5 minutes, you've probably confused us at some point.
Same classes, same hobbies, same clubs, same Google Docs, same existential crises over our GPAs.
It got to the point where people just gave up and referred to us as them.
People have always said we had it easy because our parents work here.
And okay, there were some advantages, like knowing where the snacks were hidden and always having someone to write passes for you to get out of class.
Or how to time it just right so you accidentally run into your mom in the hallway and avoid class for 5 extra minutes.
When your dad's the dean and your mom's a teacher, you kind of learn how to quietly navigate the system.
Not break the rules, just bend them lightly, respectfully.
It's a skill, and we used it wisely.
Mostly.
Honestly, growing up in this building was weirdly fun.
We always knew where to be, what to avoid, and who had candy in their desk.
After all these years, we're basically part of the staff at this point.
Just without the paycheck.
Or any good parking spots.
Or the magical keys. If you know, you know.
Out of all of the classes we've taken over the years, econ definitely stands out.
Mostly because none of us had any idea what was going on for a solid 80% of the time.
It's not that we didn't try. We did. But something about supply and demand graphs just never clicked before 9 a.m.
There was always that one person nodding like they understood everything, while the rest of us were just trying to remember what a GDP was.
To be fair, Mr. Haino did his best, but we all walked out of that class just a little more confused than when we walked in.
Still, we made it. Maybe not as future economists, but at least as people who now kind of, sort of know what inflation means.
We all deserve a diploma for just surviving that class, especially on test days.
And we'll take that as a win. Honestly, this year was full of little wins like that. Getting through a test you didn't study for, finally figuring out the printer in the library, or making it to school before the bell, even just once.
Or mastering the art of looking busy when you're definitely not doing anything productive.
We've all had our ups and downs, but this group of people made it the most of it. Whether it was fall festival powder puff games, sending answers in the class group chat, or just laughing way too hard at lunch over things that probably weren't that funny, those are the things we'll remember.
And of course, there are the unforgettable people like the Johnson twins, who we can all agree somehow managed to turn every class into a comedy show. We don't know how they did it, but we're glad they did.
We've all been a part of each other's lives longer than most people get to be. This isn't one of those schools where you know someone for a year or two, and we've basically watched each other grow up.
And not always gracefully. Let's not forget the awkward stages, the questionable hairstyles, new glasses, braces. The list is long.
We've come a long way from rocket math and gym class fights. Back then, graduation felt like something so far away. Not really sure how we got here.
This place has shaped who we are in ways we probably won't even realize until years from now. Whether it was cramming for a test, hanging out in my dad's office, or walking these halls trying to skip out on class.
But in all seriousness, to the teachers, thank you for your patience, your advice, and your sarcasm. We needed all three.
To our families, thank you for showing up, cheering us on, and somehow putting up with all our complaints about homework and group projects.
And to our classmates, thank you for the jokes, the chaos, the memories, and for making school something we'll actually miss. Kind of.
We don't know what comes next for everyone. Some of us are heading off to college, some to jobs, some to adventures we haven't even planned yet.
But we hope you chase what excites you, even if it changes, even if it's a little scary. Because honestly, that's where the best stuff usually starts.
And keep in touch, seriously. Someone's going to need to organize the 10-year reunion, and it's definitely not going to be us.
Class of 2025, you've been unforgettable. Thanks for all the memories, the laughs, and for making this weird little chapter of life actually pretty great. Congratulations, we did it!
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, and hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on track. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
I call your attention to the insert that is included with your graduation program this evening. Listed are a number of local scholarships the class of 2025 will receive when they attend a 4-year university and or a 2-year college or technical school. As requested by several of the scholarship sponsors, recognition is publicly announced during graduation each year. The Margaret E. Weiss Memorial Scholarship. This year's award recipient is Miranda Lilquist. The Ori and Lorraine Tangen Memorial Scholarship. This year's recipient is Annika Puliu. The Richard W. Hinders Memorial Scholarship. This year's recipients are Nolan Rieger and Faith Schoen. The Al Erickson Memorial Scholarship. The students chosen for scholarships this year are Tegan Kempnick, Jalen Loquist, Annika Puliu, and Samantha Stevens. The Linda Smith Memorial Scholarships go to Tegan Kempnick and Samantha Stevens. Nearly $52,000 in local scholarships are being awarded to the class of 2025. In addition, we have awarded $13,000 of scholarship money to past graduates who are continuing their post-secondary education. These scholarships are supported by many local individuals and families that will help many of these students reduce their overall costs of continuing their education beyond high school. Many students from the class of 2025 have completed college credits, altogether totaling over 400 credits paid by Sebeka School District, attending online college classes and college in the high schools. This year, 19 students in this class are receiving college and or technical community college credits. This opportunity has provided an overall savings towards tuition and books of over $100,000. 7 students have completed at least a year or more of college credits, including Kiramai Roth, who completed her AA degree. What an outstanding opportunity for students attending Sebeka High School. To all the individuals, families, and organizations, we thank you for their generosity and continued financial support to our students for scholarships. It is truly appreciated. Future plans for the class of 2025, 5 students will be attending a 4-year university in Minnesota. 4 students will be attending a 4-year university out of state. 16 students plan to attend a 2-year technical and or community college. And 16 students plan to work and may further their education later. And 1 student will be joining the military. Members of the Board of Education, parents, and family members, by the authority vested in me as the superintendent of Sebeka Public School District, by the state of Minnesota and Sebeka's Board of Education, I do hereby present the class of 2025 for their diplomas. Members seated in front of us as the class of 2025 have met and or exceeded the requirements for graduation as established by Sebeka School District and the Minnesota Department of Education. These students, as members of the class of 2025, are now eligible to receive their high school diplomas. School Board President Eric Nelson and Sebeka School Board members Kayla Frame, Joanne Olson, Nate Erickson, Rodney Huttinen, Sherry Kangas, and Jeannie Arthur, it is my privilege and honor to have each of you in attendance this evening to hand out diplomas and congratulate graduates from the class of 2025. Principal Amy Westberg, please come forward to announce the names of students from the 105th graduating class of Sebeka High School.
Okay, a few things before we get started with why we're here. First, I reminded parents this morning, but just another reminder, please, at the end of the ceremony, I will be right outside that door. Not this envelope, but an envelope that has your child's name on it has their diploma in it. Those do not. So if you want their diploma, please come have someone come get this. Otherwise, you'll have to come find us next week or we'll try to connect. Also, I want to thank families for entrusting us with your child's education, whether it was 1 year or 13 years or even more if you did preschool. And lastly, parents, thank you so much for giving your children easy names to say. I'm truly going to enjoy this year's names. Cameron Winter Adams. Bo Kaiser Connor. Kevin Lawrence Daly. Logan Andrew Damer. Mahala Catherine Dodge. Kira Ann Ekman. Courtney Lorraine Fowler. Jacob Thomas Hoppy. Theodore Wilbert Puta. Denisa Georgiana Yonita. Landon Christopher Jansen. Caden Matthew Johnson. Chancey Kevin Johnson. Tegan Joseph Kempenick. Aiden Carl Krell. Kelsey Jean Kushel. Andrew Francis Lajeunesse. Jaylyn Christine Loquist. Miranda Sue Lilquist. Paul Ruben Mosteller. Ellie Ray Ness. Aiden Lee Olmsted. Mason James Ploutz. Travis Lee Preston. Annika Lee Puliu. Nolan J. Rieger. Kier Mai Pearl Roth. Faith Evelyn Schoen. Kale Nicole Shapersky. Lillian Leanne Smith. Matea Louise Smith. Tessa Catherine Smith. Samantha Irene Stevens. Cash Eugene Stoker. Jordan Ray Van Aurkirk. Gavin Lee Walls. Kaylee Ann Warmbold. Jacob John Weepa. Maya Jean Weaver. Tyson Ray Whitaker. And Allison May Winter. Congratulations, class of 2025. All right, our last speaker and class president is Kelsey Cushel. Kelsey has been involved in cheerleading, FFA, NHS, student council, band, and choir. Kelsey's plans are to attend Central Lake College and major in agricultural sciences. Then she'd like to transfer to another college and major in either agricultural education or political science.
Howdy everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate this evening. I'm Kelsey Cushel, and I'm one of just 41 students that make up the class of 2025. I know these speeches can be a little monotonous, so I figured a poem might be a little less dauntless. Anyway, here's my poem titled The Class of 2025. In the quiet of the morning, in classrooms and halls, we answered the roll call, we climbed every wall. With backpacks of questions and eyes open wide, we stepped through the doors with our futures inside. The days turned to seasons, and time moved so fast, but we held on tight, made the moments last. Through projects and pop quizzes, late nights and more, we built something lasting, foundation and core. We learned not just numbers or how to write lines, but how to be kinder and read between signs. We found strength in our voices, in standing our ground, in lifting others up whenever they're down. And on fields and courts, under stadium lights, we battled together through victories and fights. With sweat on our brows and Trojan pride in our hearts, we played not just games, but courageous parts. Whether champion moments or losses hard fought, we learned about passion and giving all we've got. And who could forget that 8th grade year when Mr. Doyle struck both awe and fear? We whispered and prayed not to be called. His stare alone had us straight up appalled. But somehow we learned, and we laughed looking back, that fear turned to wisdom somewhere down that track. And then there was Mr. Whiskers, fierce with his pen, assigning us worksheets again and again. Just one more chapter, he'd casually say, but it felt like we read for the rest of the day. We grumbled and groaned, but here's what is true. All the hard reading shapes smarter minds too. Laughter and heartache, we've tasted it all, the thrill of success, the sting of a fall. But every hard lesson, each stumble and strive, made us who we are, the class of 25. We've painted our paths with colors so bold, stories worth telling, adventures untold. And now at this turning point, shoulders back, eyes ahead, we honor the past and the life that we've led. Our teachers, our mentors, the friends by our sides, they cheered for our triumphs, they stood when we cried. They shaped us and showed us what we could achieve. Now we step into futures, we're ready to weave. So raise every cap to the sky above. Let this moment be filled with pride and love. For we are the dreamers and the doers alive. We are rising unshaken, the class of 25. And though we may scatter like stars when we go, each spark that we carry always still glow. This chapter is ending, but we've just arrived. The world is now waiting for the class of 2025. Thank you.
Traditionally, the moving of the tassel at graduation is called the turning of the tassel. I'm going to have the graduates please stand. Or the turning of the tassel ceremony. It symbolizes one's transition from candidate to graduate. Standard protocol in the United States dictates that the tassel be worn on the right side of one's mortarboard at commencement, and then at the conclusion of the ceremony, move to the left side. At this time, I ask the members of the class of 2025 to move your tassel from your right side to your left side. You have now completed your final responsibility as a student, and you are now considered alumnus of Sebeka High School. On behalf of the entire school community, we wish each of you the best in your futures beyond high school. There will be a congratulatory opportunity after the recessional ceremony. Thank you for attending this evening's graduation commencement for the 105th graduating class from Sebeka High School, the class of 2025.